Alright, today we're going to be doing a quick 22 gauge build, 4 wrap. You can do the 4 wrap with most any other gauge down to 20. Besides going lower than that, you just need to know if your battery can handle it. So, first thing you need is some scissors, some cotton, screwdriver. This is a little bit smaller than an eighth, some tweezers, and of course some Kanthal. Alright, I'm just going to get right into it, bring you down, show you how to do this. Alright, so forgot one thing, need some clippers to clip the Kanthal. Nail clippers will work, anything like that. So, starting off the first coil, just going to put the Kanthal over the screwdriver, pull straight down, make sure it's tight. It's the most important part of building coils, is making sure they're tight. If there's a little space between the first and the second one, you can go ahead and just pull it out when you're done with the coil. Keep them as close as possible. Try not to overlap because it'll cause a short and could mess up your battery. And we're done. So I did 5 wraps and I have a little bit extra. So I'm just going to pull this one down, get my cutters, pull it tight. Alright, good 4 wrap. Then keep one lead a little bit longer, make it easier to get into the post holes. Then we'll go ahead and do the second coil. So again, just keep it tight. I use my thumbnail to hold the lead down. Sometimes these one side or your front wire will start tilting to the left, and it'll make it really loose. So you just got to keep it straight. Try to keep it straight up and down as possible. Just keep pushing it closer as you go. Try not to overlap them. If you're doing micros, you don't want to have a lot of little gaps, so just keep them as close as possible. Alright, and we got that one. We don't even need to pull out the first one. Okay, clip one a little bit longer. Then we're going to get our RDA. Put it in. I like to get it not as close as possible to the post, but closer than most people do, just because I don't like it being so far away. It gives it more power the closer you get, because it's less wire, less ohms, less resistance. And then when you get the negative where you want it, you just screw down the negative first. It'll help it so you can adjust it some more if you just do the negative. Get our other coil. Stick it in. Yeah, this lead has a little, it's pointing down, so I'll just point it up so it doesn't get caught in the middle of the post. You want to get these coils as identical as possible, so you want to put them just as close on the negative side, the positive side, keep them tilted just as much, everything. So we'll go ahead and screw down the negative, because it's looking about the same. then that positive is sticking a little bit farther than the other one. So go ahead and just push that in a little bit. Most of the adjustments are going to come after you get everything in the right spot. So there we go. Screw down nice and tight. Then the reason I like these is because they can get in there and clip a lot easier than regular fingernail clippers. Get as close to the post as possible. Alright, and then just pulse them, get them a little bit hot so it's easier to work with. They're going to look messed up in the beginning. Not look messed up, but glow messed up. And we'll just go ahead, straighten these out, pull them to the right tilt we want. Alright. Okay, pulse them a little bit more. Then we'll grab our tweezers, and when I squeeze them, I push them towards the center post. But when you're pulsing it and they're red hot, your post might come, or your screws might come undone just from the heat. So if they don't glow right, just try to tighten them and do it again. And the reason I push them towards the center posts so it can get in the air towards where the air is going to come in, and it'll make it easier to get the wick down through the negative side when you're wicking it. Goal is to get them to glow from the middle out. Glowing pretty good. If you have one glowing harder than the other, then just see if it's you have more wire on that coil, because the more wire, the less resistance and the less hot it'll get. Alright, they're going pretty even. A little juice came out of my center post. So, looking pretty good. Now we're ready to wick. So, grab the cotton ball, just rip into it. I like to unroll it like this, and take good 2 inches off. And this is going to be too thick, so I'll just take a little bit off the side. And then rip that in half so we have 2. Roll it up just a little bit. Hopefully this is enough. Then put it through. I always put it through where the positive post is, because I like the fluffier side to be where you have more cotton. That's not going to be big enough. 1 second. Just like the coils, you want your wicks to be identical. Just going to make it vapy better. Don't want one to get way drier before the other one. If it's too loose, like way too loose, you'll get hot spots. If it's way too tight, then it'll just taste disgusting, like really hot. Alright, so we got those there. Then we'll grab our scissors, and I just line them up literally on the side of the deck. Just cut. When there's a little bit too much, just because if it's going to be harder to pack it under there, where you need to pack it, then I'll just come and take a little bit off. And then we'll get our tweezers and literally just stuff it underneath right there on the negative post side. Then with this one, you literally just push it down. And then you get tweezers and go underneath the coil. A lot of people just pack cotton under there because they think the more cotton you have, the more juice it'll hold, the more vapes you'll get out of it. That's not always true. Yeah, I've had it fully wicked and it'll still taste like it needs juice when you have way too much wick. Everything's all saturated, but not where you need it in the coil. So I like to put that space under there. Helps with the airflow too, cooling it down. And then again, we'll just clear out the bottom, and then put them closer to the post, the wicks, just so the juice isn't falling out your air holes. Alright, there's our coil and wick. Stuff's really easy to play with. After you juice it, you'll be able to put it exactly in the spots you want it. But yeah, we'll get this juiced up and I'll show you how it vapes. Alright, just gonna show you guys the speed real quick. Vaping pretty hard. This coil might work on regulated box mods. It just depends on how close you have them. I've had them range from 1.8 to 2.1 or 0.21 ohms. Right on the borderline of being able to vape unregulated. So let's see how it checks. Vaping pretty good. Alright, so if you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Go check out some of my other playlists. I got the smoke trick session and how-tos if you want to learn some smoke tricks, some vape tricks. Alright, you guys have a good day.